Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do or the amount of things that we do without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. We're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Star Wars Edge of the Empire, where, despite all scientific evidence, we don't have time zones, because that's confusing.
I just think it would be a lot simpler if everybody just had the same time, and for some time, noon was when the sun was at the lowest in the sky.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I can't imagine working like half an hour from a time zone shift in that context. Wait, no, I can. Okay, Jack, why don't you start us off?
Hi, everybody. I'm Jack. I'm playing Rerun, the astromech saboteur mechanic combo
I forgot
is
something,
desperate to blow shit up.
Let me put Jack's in there real quick, and... Oh, wait, no, Jack hasn't rolled yet.
I'm passing the baton to Jeremy after I roll Destiny.
Okay.
Let me open my character sheet. I totally forgot about Destiny points. Yeah!
This is when we all cover
All right,
fun
Spencer.
Dark side.
Thank you, Aaron. Because I was not in roll 20 yet, so it was...
Yeah. Hi, my name is Spencer. I play Siolo, the Twilight Ambassador to the Rebellion, and I got 2 light sides.
Cody?
Hi, I'm Cody. I'm playing Praz, the Zabrak Commando, and also 1 light side.
All right, Kat.
I'm Kat. I am playing Powder, the medical droid-esque. I got us a dark side.
All right, and Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Corey Tane, human outlaw tech. 2 dark side. That seems somehow appropriate right now.
Yes. I'm a fan.
And John.
I'm John, and I'm playing Ares Artinos, the Mandalorian mercenary soldier. And I rolled an amount of stuff, but I'm in the wrong side of chat. Rolled 1 dark side.
What do you mean by wrong side of chat?
I accidentally clicked a bookmark link, and then I had to back up into Roll20, but when you back up into Roll20, it has the chat scroll all the way at the top instead of at the newest message.
Okay. I was trying to make sure you weren't in the GM thing, because I may need to use whispers at some point.
No, I am not in the GM. I am not in as a GM.
Yeah. I don't care, and I generally trust you, but... okay.
Generally.
Trust.
All right. Last time on Afterlight Skies, the party discovered Corey's aunt, potentially Theresa Tane, in debt. Apparently, Ares had gone by to speak with her about some Mandalorian armor that he was trying to track down. She had promised to see what she could do with her contacts as a curio provider lady who has a second level second-story store that has lots of weird artifact-looking things in it. Upon returning, after Theresa had contacted him saying she had some information on a strange symbol painted on said armor, they found her dead and another individual in the shop hit in the back of the head with a sniper bullet. Pew pew. For clarification, she was not sniped. She seemed to have some sort of poison, something like that. So they broke into the upstairs room, grabbed the box from a foosball table, packed up Theresa's life and her apparent boulder collection, and got a really rickety rental.
And her and the other person, too.
Yeah. And
Yes.
the two corpses.
Boulders, corpses, everything that could be identifiably her. And with some only moderate setbacks on a very flimsy speeder, managed to make their way back. The party is starting to feel the levels of infamy that they have started to accrue through obligation and the challenges therein with purchasing items, doing anything that is nominally legitimate. And, the price gouging from less legitimate places. So, having arrived back with all of that equipment to your ship and presumably loaded it in,
Uh-huh.
that is where we pick up.
Do we have any, whatever it's called, obligation that we can just immediately work on?
We
Does
are.
Anyone
Well,
have, does
you
anyone
need
have
to be
anything
working.
we can just immediately start knocking out?
We are.
We are
This is
trying.
one of them.
Okay.
So, from mechanical perspective, family is part of Corey's obligation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
And Corey's
Okay.
family obligation is tied into my betrayal.
Yep.
And we're on the planet looking for my revenge.
You're currently pursuing several. The most
Betrayal
efficient,
as well.
to your knowledge, would probably be if you can get Hondo to give you the location of the Doug of Tunguska, for which you need to verify that Powder is not going to be
I can't remember.
examining people anymore.
Did we ever have that finished possible new solutions for Powder? I can't remember. Did we do that last session?
You talked a lot about possible new solutions, especially
Okay.
Powder thought about them herself. None of them have been enacted as of yet.
Yep.
But we did cover those.
Okay.
Do you need me to go through what they were, or?
No, I just couldn't remember if I know I had written down two that I had thought of. I just didn't know if I couldn't remember if I even mentioned them or not. It was my dad brain.
I don't
kicking.
know if you brought any up.
Okay.
I don't know if you brought anything up. But once we get back onto the ship, Powder is immediately going to ask for the bodies to be taken to the med bay. Because they want to start doing autopsy and all of the medical things.
Be a medical droid.
I know, right?
Alright. Well, and unpack all this stuff. And then once it starts getting dark, Rerun and I are going back to steal some security footage.
All right. They're only slightly damaged boulders, by boulders at this point. Corey interceded pretty quickly on the piloting.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, dead bodies don't really bruise in the same way, so
Maybe next
they don't
time
look
put
like they
them
were
on
pummeled
top
to
of the
death. They
boulders,
look
not
like they were
underneath.
pummeled after death.
But at
Um,
least I will know that, and so I can
Yeah.
note that.
And yeah, Powder, you are aware that this is a
Yeah.
thing that happened in transit. So I think we're going to first Praz, Corey, what are you guys doing?
I don't think I had any. I kind of did most of my contact stuff last session, so I don't think actually Sai has anything to do right now.
Okay.
Until just something comes up. So.
All right.
Corey will make sure that they get to the help get the bodies put where they're gonna be put.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll probably go next door to her lab.
Sure.
Praz, go ahead.
Yeah.
Praz is just gonna help with anything that needs to be moved, and then as soon as that's done, he's gonna check to see if the bounty that had ship description and stuff has changed at all. If the amount has gone up, or more information's been added, or more, yeah. Basically, if there's been any change.
Yeah, we can cover that first because that's pretty. There's no new information on the public bounty posting that has your ship's information and descriptions of the crew. Though, as a reminder, it has a physical description of the ship as it was prior to you fixing the paint job, and a.
I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a new last scene in this area.
No, though you know that often that information on this is a higher price bounty, can be at least treated as like secret information. Someone who's, if anyone had found out, they might not share that with the public listing because that creates competition for a bounty you want.
Yeah.
If someone who wasn't a hunter had found it out, they might keep it private or contact someone they already have a working relationship with that information.
Yeah.
But no, publicly speaking, there's nothing that indicates
no change.
You were flagged on your entry to Orvella.
All right. Yeah. After that checks out, then he's just gonna. If anybody needs help, we'll help them move stuff, and if not, he's just gonna train in the cargo room.
All right. So I think that as Rerun and Sun head out, as Rerun and Ares head out to Espionage, we're gonna pick things up with Powder. Powder, these are two, not necessarily mutilated at this point. Sorry. Was there something?
No, I'm just.
I have one thing. If Sai isn't busy doing anything, Rerun's actually going to ask him to come along. Well, he's going to approach Sai and say, how would you feel, given your personal interests and opinions on this operation we're running, would you be willing to come along and act as a sentry / distraction in case Corsac just happens to swing by?
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. I can buy y'all time if it's needed. So yeah, I'll come along.
Yeah. That would be delightful. Thank you so much.
Yep. Let me grab my gun.
Yep. Okay.
Wise choice.
All right.
All right.
So,
sorry. Back to Powder.
All right, Powder. You. Sorry. These are two bodies, not necessarily mutilated, but definitely damaged. For each of them, I'm going to want. I assume you're just looking them over, trying to do autopsy things, determine cause of death, stuff like that.
Yep, and I'll do like all of the like blood work stuff and see if there's anything unusual.
Okay. Sure, of course. So I want you to roll me for both of them a difficulty 2 with 1 setback for the bodies being in somewhat dubious condition. Roll.
Okay.
Medicine.
So, 1, 2, 3, 1 black. You want 2 of those?
Yeah, 1 for each of the... And just specify who you're doing first.
I would have done the Twi'lek first. And
Okay.
then,
Yep.
so I got
Fair enough.
at least a success with that one.
This Twi'lek teenager is definitely a hybrid, which, for Powder's benefit, means someone who has parents from different species is not particularly common in the Star Wars universe, but it does occasionally happen. Seems that this individual had 1 human parent and 1 Twi'lek parent. They were shot by a single sniper bullet, went right through. That makes sense given where they were found.
Mm-hmm.
With a failure on 3 says, it's hard to determine anything more than you already learned. She was definitely poisoned. Some of the blood work will likely take a while, though you're running longer term tests because it's hard to find.
Okay.
Like it's, yeah. 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 So you've got a few tests running, and you can identify these things don't look like they belong in a human bloodstream. They're probably poisons, but you don't recognize them, and you aren't able to like.
Question, just because this is Star Wars. Was it a sniper bullet or a sniper blaster?
Was it a slug?
Yeah. Was it a slug thrower? Or...
No, it was a sniper. It was the standard kind of sniper weapon that exists in this setting, which uses lasers, not bullets.
Okay, no, that's
unfortunately,
perfectly fine.
there's a lot less information on the specifics of wounds for laser bullets because they aren't a thing.
Yep.
Can't trace the laser.
Plasma rounds are hard to identify post-mortem.
Yeah, plasma rounds are hard to identify. No, this was, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Powder will just kind of, I guess, just kind of sit around and wait for the test to be done.
Okay.
Yeah,
Corey will really quick wander in. Do me a favor if you can. I'm not sure if you can you check and see if there's a genetic link?
Of course.
Thank you. She stops. And then just turns and walks out.
Do I have a genetic sample from Corey?
No, Corey burned that, though you don't know that.
You have a genetic relative right there.
No.
I think the question was to link the 2 bodies, not Corey and the body.
Though Powder can take it whatever way Powder would choose to take it. The question was non-specific.
I mean, functionally, there's not much of a difference, but at least in science fiction, fantasy science.
Well,
Geneticists out there, don't be mad at me.
Powder will ask if, actually, if you want, because Powder was assuming the thought process of link them to Corey. So Powder will actually ask for Corey for a sample to test against. As a control.
Yeah, Sure. Jab. Here you go.
Yay. Okay. So then, yeah, Powder will then run tests.
Did
Star
you just
Wars
stab
medical
yourself with a
tie-in.
knife?
Yes.
Instead of,
Or a fucking cheek swab?
yeah.
Blood tests do tend to be more accurate, and
I was
hey,
gonna
it's
say,
Star
yeah,
Wars.
blood-
It doesn't really matter all that much.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, so then Powder will absolutely do a genetic test to see if Corey and Teresa are linked, and to see if Teresa and this Twi'lek are linked, and in that regard, then if the Twi'lek and Corey are linked.
yeah. All right. 3
Plot
difficulty
twist.
2 medicine
I'm
check.
connected. Plot
Actually,
twist. Sorry, go ahead.
3 difficulty 2 xenology checks.
Xenology.
Okay,
Sorry.
now time for a joke. Plot twist. I'm connected to the Twi'lek, but not Teresa.
Oh my god!
On Star Wars Maury.
Well,
Okay.
I got a
So
flat on the first one, at least successes on the other one.
yeah, with the flat check, the one for Corey and Teresa comes back inconclusive. You don't know if it was the samples were bad or this one just didn't work out. You're kind of working with a basic medical lab, not state-of-the-art facilities. Sometimes it happens. You don't have a family dog, but maybe the family dog's genetics got in there somehow.
I just put it in on the slide wrong.
Yeah. But for the other 2 tests, if Teresa's connected to the teenager, nope. For if Corey's connected to the teenager is also a nope.
Okay.
This person does not seem to be genetically related to either of the Corellians.
Okay. Then while waiting for the rest of the tests to be run, Powder will find Corey and let her know that they
Okay,
don't seem to be related.
cool. Thanks.
Of course. Can I get you anything?
No, I'm good. And she's busy working on something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Common sense would indicate that they're likely related, given they look very similar, and there's a picture of them together in the belongings you guys brought. But
You know.
inconclusive genetic test at the moment. All right, so Team Espionage. We pick up with you after nightfall. The only business in the area that's still open is that bar that Ares previously visited, which is about a few blocks away. There's obviously some people around, some guy who's taken out his trash and heading back in. But
So as the guy is taking out his trash, like the camera zooms in from his POV and he's just sort of following Rerun across, and then Rerun just turns and shoots him suddenly, and it goes ba-da, ba-da, and then there's a blood stream down.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
I really want to make you make an attack roll.
No, Rerun doesn't shoot anybody yet.
No, he doesn't seem to really pay you guys much mind. He's already back inside.
Moving circuitously so that we
R3 droid.
moving circuitously so that we do not again put ourselves on the camera that we're trying to get footage off of.
Okay.
Go around sort of to the back of the building, and the shop is like a is it like a standalone building, or is it another one of these buildings that has multiple
So
things in
most
it?
of these buildings are just the sort of multiple levels businesses on the bottom layer, and then office-y businesses on the top 2 layers.
Okay.
Sort of layout.
Okay. So then figuring that it'll be easier to go in from the top down, I will recommend that I fly rerun up to the roof and we go down through the top. And
Are there
see
any
what their thoughts
specific
are.
roles you need to make for carrying someone else? Because rerun does have an encumbrance. Or not. But,
I
wait.
am not certain.
okay.
Let me
If you could check
take
that'd
a
be great.
look very swiftly. The Edge of the Empire, Star Wars, Core, Edge of the Empire. As I navigate through my folders.
Really hope it's you have to make a piloting planetary check.
I imagine
I-
that is what it is.
I
I
imagine
just don't
that
know if there's any.
My suspicion would be that there's not a specific role, but that is a thing where like you can choose to impose a setback die on my
Both of
flight.
You are carrying a fair bit of stuff at the moment. I am gonna just make you make me a standard difficulty, so 2 piloting planetary.
Yeah, and because the typical over encumbrance thing is that you have setback dice. So I don't know if that's something you want to add into it or not.
This isn't necessarily over encumbrance so much as it is a short jump at encumbrance.
Okay.
As I'm seeing.
Diff 2. Piloting planetary.
And we can check
But
that.
before we do this,
Yes. There was a suggestion. I wasn't just grabbing rerun and flying.
Right, yeah. Rerun wants to case the outside of the building and see if there are any power access panels or computer access panels on the outside.
Do you want to flip a destiny point for convenience?
Sure.
Yes.
And he's going to.
You can find one that isn't within the sight of the camera that you positioned.
Let's see if we can find a little bit of interior intel before we decide on access point, although I do like the way you're thinking.
Sure.
And Rerun's just going to dock into that and see if he can figure out where the data lines from the security camera run to see if he can figure out.
Computer's difficulty 2, 1 setback, because it's not a particularly secure building. This is a fast food chain.
You're hacking
So
Wendy's.
you said only one setback die on that? 3 failure. Jesus. That's terrible.
Wow.
Okay. So, Rerun, you plug in, but you don't notice that there's like a little verification panel to make sure that random droids on the street don't.
Just get
So,
shocked
as
to
you're
hell.
sort of twisting just to open the port,
All right,
there's
we
a
need to
red
shut that
light
off.
in the window of the place.
We need to shut that off.
Is there a way to shut it off?
Is that computers or skullduggery?
It's gonna be it's still gonna be computers because this is mostly a hacking thing if you're trying to shut it off from the port.
Okay, I'm going to spend another destiny point.
All right. And this one's going to be difficulty 2 with 2 setback dice because you
Because I fucked it up. Okay.
Yeah.
You had 3 failures.
Jesus Christ.
Wow,
one
look
threat.
at these rolls.
No success, one
this
threat.
has not
Right?
been a good day for you guys. With 1 threat, no, you do not manage. It's still just like letting out. And Ares and Sai, you guys can see a few people like glancing out of windows and stuff like that. It's a very loud sound. You'd
Yep.
assume that the authorities are likely on their way.
I'm gonna sit back and lean against a wall and watch. Because
Okay.
we didn't do anything, so...
Rerun is going to...
Me trying to do anything would be more conspicuous anyways.
Yeah, Rerun's just going to go on internal comms. I'll be back.
Okay.
Okay.
And he jacks out and starts wheeling off around the corner.
Okay.
All right. Rerun, where are you headed?
So Rerun's headed just out into the street in plain sight. And begins setting up, and he's going to wander down a couple blocks if he can. He's keeping an eye out for any sort of surveillance or cameras. He's trying to stay out of sight as far as that goes. Would that be like a stealth roll or what?
That would be a stealth roll, difficulty a standard of 2, because this would be a contested check.
Right, let me see. Hopefully this gets somewhere. Jesus fucking Christ. None of my...
You haven't
I have
played-
not gotten a single success on any yellow dice this entire game.
Yeah.
2 threats.
It is impressive.
You haven't gotten a single success on a green die even.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any successes this
Yeah,
entire
but there's a
game.
higher rate of
What
success
is
on the
this?
yellow ones, which is why the
I
yellow ones are more
understand. I'm
impressive.
just saying that makes it even more improbable that
The statistics on this are nuts.
Jack, what did you do to the RNG gods? Where did you get the curse?
they think
Probably that one completely unaimed one-shot kill of John in Overwatch 2 nights back.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll just pop a grenade down that hallway and see what happens. Fatality. Oh, okay.
All right.
Roll20 has confused Jack.
But no, this is actually working fairly well. So Rerun is just cruising down. He's trying to stay out of sight, not doing a great job, but that's fine.
right.
And he's looking for a place where people have dropped garbage. Like just, the garbage is out for the night to be collected the next morning kind of thing.
Make me a give me a second to check. Let's say perception roll, difficulty 3.
3. Wow. Garbage. They hide their garbage around here.
I mean, you have to. People steal
There
it.
we go. 4 successes. 2 threat.
Yeah. With 4 successes and 2 threats, most of the garbage does go to like compactors, and because you're on a planet, just is taken away automatically. Corvella is a tourist city. They don't really want the garbage out in garbage cans. But you do see a few things that have been left, like bulk, I don't know, some kind of bulk boxes or old equipment that have been
Okay.
left out for collection.
All right. And or if it's, if it's a outside access type compactor or something, anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I'm assuming we're at least several blocks away at this point, right?
Yeah, you're probably a few blocks away. You do hear the sounds of approaching officers.
Right.
Not
Back
necessarily
on
from
internal-
this street, but a few streets.
Back on internal comms. Let me know once they get there and if they start poking around.
Right.
My plan is to try to send them the wrong direction.
Yes, that is what I am doing. And he is going to then
We can
approach.
over the comms. We can let him shut the alarm off first, though.
He is going to then approach the pile of refuse from a less than visible angle so that nobody sees him going up to it.
Okay.
And he is going to pick up a grenade inside it.
All right. You know what? Make me a skullduggery check for how big you can make this explosion.
Standard difficulty?
Yep.
Okay.
You're getting your successes back. Yeah. Easy enough.
All right. Good. And let me check one.
With 3, because I'm trying to get better about using them for things, with 3 advantages, unless you want to specifically spend them on something.
Nah, lay it on me.
Okay. With 3 advantages, you notice what looks like something else that has been stashed here, the butt of what looks like a larger rifle.
Well, then, we are pulling that out and laying that off to the side.
Yeah. Pulling it out, it seems to be a standard.
Does it
What's
happen
the
to
Star
be a
Wars sniper rifle called?
Disruptor.
Yes!
da-da-da-da-da.
Fucking
Uh,
A.
Disruptor rifle.
Disruptor rifle might be a little much.
No.
That's
Because we
not
already
the
got one of
same
those.
thing, but nice try.
I mean, I already have one.
You do. You leave it under your pillow.
Blaster rifles and heavy blaster rifles are typically they have like sniper settings. Like it would.
Oh, right. It's got the attachment. That's
Yeah,
what
it would probably be like a heavy blaster rifle with a sniper, with just sort of in a sniper configuration with an enhanced scope and probably something to stand
Right.
against.
Yeah. I totally made this gun and then was like, oh, well, I don't really need that. Yeah, it's just a heavy blaster, but
Okay.
Heavy blaster rifle. I can put together a sniper kit so that you have details if you want.
yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, well, that's happening then. So yeah. Okay. So he will pull that off and stash it somewhere else outside the range of what he assumes the blast is going to be.
Yeah, easy enough.
Rig up a detonator for push button access, and trundle his way back towards the security shop.
That
And
did
just kinda-
take you. Oh,
No, go ahead.
that did take you a bit of time, so they have arrived at this point.
No
But,
problem.
so for those of you still there, you see about 3 stormtroopers arrive, and just in a standard sort of police speeder. One of them gets out, starts to look around. Are either of you hiding?
No, you said that there are people like sort of coming out and looking at it. I assume we're
yeah, there's a few people looking out of windows. No one seems like to be crowding around.
Yeah, no. I figured we're like across the street, leaning against a wall, looking at the festivities.
Yeah.
Ares and I just start talking about the last swoop bike race, just to have conversation, like we're just there talking about a swoop bike race.
And watching the alarm go off because
Yeah.
that's something that would draw your attention.
Yep. Yeah. The trooper will sort of go over, start looking at the alarm. Oh, bless his NPC stats. They're not very good. Well, not very good at this. Oh, he needs... Yeah. And starts fiddling around just to turn off the alarm. Another of the guys will get out. Did you see what happened here?
Oh yeah, a droid came over, started fiddling with a plug, and shit started making loud noise. It was kind of amusing. I thought he was going to fry himself.
Description of the droid.
I will describe the most generic
Eric,
R2 droid you can possibly describe.
Do you describe an R2 droid or an R3 droid?
I describe an R2 droid because they're easy to mistake one for the other.
Correct.
So you're
Short,
like, it has an
cylindrical
orby
wheels.
head.
Yeah, it's
and
got like one of those-
cylindrical body, and
Yeah,
it had
it's one of
was
those
like-
astromech droids, you know?
Yeah,
It's
It
got
was
like
like
low to the
metal,
ground.
yeah.
I think. It might have been metal. I don't know. It was shiny, but it could have just had, eaten pizza recently.
Realistically, it would be like one of those astromech droids, barrel body, dome head, silver.
Okay, make me a
mostly.
deception check, difficulty 2.
Do I get any?
Can I
do I get any
can
like,
I aid?
boost from Spencer?
Yeah, you're the one doing the talking, but I'll say you get a boost die from having assistance.
Okay. Difficulty 2.
Yeah.
Deception difficulty 2. I'm gonna flip a light side point because why not? Oop, fuck. 0, not 10. One success.
Yep. He seems to believe you. All right, I just need to see some identification papers.
Sure. I will. I will pull out my. I don't care. I'll pull out my bounty hunter's license.
All right. He'll look it over. And then look to you, CLO.
Yeah, I'm assuming I have some
Okay.
like fake that I always use with stormtroopers.
All right, you've just got generic fake.
Yeah.
He'll look him over. All right.
Meanwhile,
Probably
his
some kind of petty
partners-
crime or some.
Maybe it's just recharging.
I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. Maybe.
I just shrug.
We don't know.
And he'll go back over. You see the other guy also interviewing a few of the other people that were around. You know none of them saw Rerun because Rerun was probably already gone by that point, but
Yeah.
The two of you that are there just make me cool checks.
Okay.
Difficulty 2.
Diff 2 cool check.
2 success, 2 advantages.
2 success, 1 threat.
Alright, so you both about at the same time do see they're sort of conferring and they seem to starting to run these IDs through the system. So given that this isn't one you spent credits on, you know that yours probably won't hold up to that.
Gee, if only somebody had told them, let me know when people start poking around.
Actually, as that's right. You had I the player forgot because I'm doing 3 things. Ares would not have. So as they start walking back, as they walk away from us after talking to us, I would have calmed Rerun.
Okay.
Thing. Rerun.
John,
Boom!
Yes, Jeremy.
that is unacceptable. How dare you do anything other than focus on game?
I know, right, Jeremy?
Alright. Yeah. So suddenly, several blocks away, there's a large explosion, and they leave the e-noodles door to its no longer going off alarm, and start heading that way because
I love how much this game has devolved into just saying noodle store again and again and again.
Noodle store! Operation Noodle Store. Got off to a rocky start, but we're doing all right.
yeah, I'm regretting this.
I'm not.
And after it explodes, he is quietly using back alleys to try and make his way in a somewhat circuitous route back towards the noodle store.
Do you take
Make
that
me a
gun
stealth
with you?
roll.
That gun has been stashed. I am currently, well,
Okay.
how big? I don't think I can fit a heavy blaster rifle inside
You
my
almost
chassis.
certainly can't.
We can always go back
right,
for
yeah.
it later.
Yeah, so that is stashed and he knows where he left it. But fortunately,
You
droids
can
do
use
not
your
have
little
fingerprints.
arms to carry it the way Chopper does. But
Yeah, no, we are not going to be the sniper rifle toting astromech droid in a place
that
is
would raise the
Because
bar.
nothing screams,
Yes, it would.
I just blew up some garbage than a droid waving a rifle above it.
Anarchy!
The revolution has begun!
Long live Corellia!
Down the meat sacks.
Okay. So, unless Rerun wants to drastically change his method of freeing the droids from oppression, make me a stealth roll, difficulty 2.
Okay. Feats don't fail me. God damn it!
Wow.
One failure, 1 threat.
Okay. And he does get a vigilance roll.
the player that likes to blow shit up really needs to invest more points in stealth.
I want to point out
Okay.
that that's 2 yellow dice. That is not bad.
Hey, I've
Yeah.
put the sniper configuration heavy blaster rifle details in chat.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Baller.
Where's vigilance? Oh, there it is. 2 successes, 2 threats. So, Rerun, as you're running around, this guy turns and is like, "Hey, droid, stop up right there."
How far away is he?
Short range.
Yeah, we keep going. I've been spotted.
Okay.
Let them know.
They will not take me alive.
We told them that the droid was a different unit than you. You should maybe be fine.
If you stop and answer their questions, you'll probably be fine.
Yes.
So long as you don't admit to blowing
And
shit up.
there are currently 2 stormtroopers running after you, seeming to try and decide if they're going to use their guns.
He'll stop, turn around.
They're looking for R2 droids, not an R3.
Oh.
Are you just making sounds that purposefully don't mean anything, or are you not?
No, he's speaking in binary.
Okay. What are you saying? They speak binary.
Okay. What is wrong?
These are the people they send out to deal with alarms. They have some coding abilities.
Sure they do.
Legit.
We're investigating an explosion and some attempted vandalism at a local store. Or we're gonna need to know what you've seen for the last little bit. Or 20 minutes, whatever it's been.
Of course. And he is going to project on his holo, basically running around he's going to loop a recording of basically his just transit through the alleys over the past little while.
Roll me deception difficulty too.
One success, one threat. Thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, I
right.
thought the 2 failures was yours.
Oh yeah,
Nope.
no.
Stormtroopers
Fortunately,
are
that
just
was-
bad at insight. Yeah.
Good.
So,
This is not the droid you're looking
did
for.
you notice any suspicious figures?
Tonight?
Yes.
What? Shit, what's the guy's name? Hang on a second.
What does Alvad look like?
Yes.
Alvin is a
What
tall,
recordings
dirty
does he
human
have of
man
Alva?
with slightly red eyes and a lot of silver hair tied back in a ponytail. He wears very nice clothes.
You've seen Alvad. You can probably just reproduce an image of him.
Oh, probably.
You're a droid.
Right. So yeah, he'll just be like, I saw this man lurking around about an hour ago, and he'll just bloop Alvad up.
Okay. Understood. I'm just gonna need to see some identification, and then we can go on our way.
You know Hondo's not going to be appreciative if his deal guy is arrested, right?
I'm pretty sure Alvad has resources to not get arrested. So the only ID he technically has is his old military records from they're like 30 years old, but he'll provide those for him.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. None of you really have ID, which is a little awkward if you're a citizen or a tourist on Corellia.
I mean, I've got my bounty hunter's license, but that's...
Yeah, 2 of you have bounty hunter's licenses. Powder has a of dubious quality because they don't remember getting it medical license.
I have the phone number for the Shaper. I just hand over.
Powder has a
Let me see your ID. Call this number.
Powder has the medical license that they acquired from a shady guy in a van in the back alley 3 years ago.
Maybe. You guys don't know.
Hey, droid, you want to be a doctor?
Got all the programming you
Don't
want.
look
right
at
here.
it.
Like, you guys don't know, Powder doesn't know. It's a whole big not
These
knowing
aren't
thing.
valid anymore. You'll need to stop by one of the credential shops. Need lists off a few locations in the
much
city. It's a public service. It's free if you come on the second Tuesday of every given month, or the third Wednesday of any given month. Otherwise, you'll have to stand in the standard line for which it. And the DMV goes on and on. Just get it updated. I'll give you a pass this time. Okay, but you have to understand that you're not going to be able to get work until you get those permits sorted out. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
You get the sense that, like, when he saw the military records, he got a little more respectful.
Well, yeah, I worked alongside a lot of clone troopers, now stormtroopers.
I mean,
Only the
They're not
501st
the
are
same
still
people,
clone
but-
troopers.
It's true.
Only the 501st survived as clone troopers.
yeah. Well, 501st are. That's a little complicated.
I was
That's
going,
a
I
lot
was
of
going to just
words.
immediately add the words in official canon.
Yeah, that was just
that's
me.
also
that was just
true.
me between me and Jack.
Yeah. Well, you worked with technically the same army, technically the same organization. Yeah. You're kind of a war vet, except for the part where you kind of just left.
I got abandoned. I didn't leave on purpose.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, you move on. All right. The group of you reunite back at the shop. The alarm seems to have gone away, and the stormtroopers seem to be off dealing with the explosion.
Shall we
Oh,
try
that was
this
interesting.
Let's try this again. Yes.
Did you see any good sights while you were away?
I found a sniper rifle
Really?
stashed in a pile of garbage. We can pick, and I hid it somewhere else. We could probably try and pick that up afterwards.
Let's do. But first,
Yes.
shall we break and enter?
Let's.
So, checking to see if people have gone back inside now that there were stormtroopers around because they don't want to get harassed by stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, also all of the entertainment's gone.
Yeah, all the entertainment's gone. So again, more circuitously moving away so that we're not caught on camera. Moving to the back of the building, grab, rerun, fly up. Making my piloting roll, and hopefully not wiping us out in the building. The way Jack's been rolling, that's a possibility.
Just scrape your way up the side.
Yep.
We needed some good
Difficulty to-
slapstick comedy right now.
1 success, 3 advantage.
Just one
Yep,
rocket
you
fire.
get up to the roof.
I have
and
no-
as you're
I have nothing in particular to spend the advantage on if there's something that you want to use it for.
with your advantages, there are no cameras up here.
That
Yeah.
works. So
And
yeah.
also, you manage a smooth landing.
I will pull out, just in case, I will pull out my vibro knife.
Mhm.
Looking
For
for
rerun's
access.
benefit, this seems to be the same style of building as the previous one. There is some roof access.
Okay. Since I've already bypassed stuff on this type of building before, can I argue for a boost die on my breaking and entering?
Yeah, skullduggery difficulty 2 with a boost die. Because you know these locks.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
You forgot to add
Yep.
the boost die in,
One-
but you still got 3 successes.
Okay,
weird.
yeah, so re-roll with the boost die.
Okay. Reroll. Boop. God damn it. Why you guys make-
Wow.
One failure, but
Wow.
4 advantages.
Rerun, you know these locks, so you just grab the key that you had from the previous, the sort of like exact shape you'd memorized from the previous lock, like you're trying to break into the next several roofs over one that you had done previously, and it doesn't fit. It's not loud. With 4 advantages, you don't alert
Is it?
anyone,
I don't.
but
Yep.
you're just
Mhm.
like, you're,
Okay. I'm going to look around and see if there's a way that I can disable the alarm before I try and break into this place again.
yeah, sure.
I'll help with that as well if I can.
Yeah, there's some power stuff on the roof that you could mess with to. You'd shut off most of the equipment in the building, though likely the security stuff is on a separate loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he's. I think it's skullduggery for bypassing
Yeah,
physical
skullduggery.
security.
Skullduggery difficulty 2. You're just trying to cut the right wires.
Do I give him a
Okay.
boost die for assisting?
Yeah, boost die from Ares.
Okay.
I really need to figure out a better way to represent competence level of the people assisting when they also have skill in a thing.
1 success, 2 advantage.
Yeah, 1 success and 2 advantages. It's
Okay.
all you needed. You just snap that wire, and you probably haven't turned off the security camera, but you probably have turned off the alarms and most of the building's power.
I'm fine with that. All right. And then we're gonna try and crack this door open again.
Okay. And as you are preparing to make that roll, we're going to quickly transition back to the people that we have been away from.
Christ,
So-
whatever bullet.
Back on the Nasari, anything going on?
I've murdered everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
You're going to have to roll for that. It might not be challenging for you, but you're still going to have to.
Oh no, it's gonna be challenging because the second he starts to try, well,
I don't have
you
to
may
try
be a
hard.
badass, but this is my ship.
Yeah, but we have a crate of grenades in the cargo bay, and all,
Firefly.
I have some on me. I could just go tink, boom, and then run. But
As
As
Corey,
I'm not doing
not
that.
wrong.
As the door that you will use in his escape route slams shut, you hear, "You better put that pin back."
Okay, so like outside of the hypothetical everyone tries to murder each other scenario,
Um,
Go away, you
He is
piece of
most-
Outside of the Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe scenario.
Corey is mostly finding things to keep her occupied while she waits for results from
Okay.
everybody else combined. Because what
Alright.
we do next is dependent on a bunch of people who are not her.
Yeah. Are you going through the stuff any more closely, or the stuff that you brought back?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to just make me let's make it a knowledge education roll, difficulty 2.
Three successes and a threat.
All right. So, Corey, you know, even though you've never been here before, that part of what makes Corvella such an affluent city is that these sort of rock cliffs that it is on, I believe there's a map that's kind of got visuals, contain some particularly rare ores. That's why there's so much mining that happens here, is that the stuff you need to make good starships you can find here.
Right.
And these rocks do seem to have particular varieties of that just inside of them. Like, not necessarily refined. You couldn't run anything off of it, but particular veins of it. You'd assume that they're each slightly different types. They seem to be some sort of that is one thing you notice. You previously noticed the Kalkori, which is, you don't exactly know the details. It might be better to ask Sai. Some kind of Twi'lek history heirloom, something like that.
I mean, it would be better to ask Sai, but last time Sai was in contact with that thing, it was basically gimme, 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 so that's not going to happen. From Corey's perspective, it was go leave out.
That's fair.
But
yeah. So those are some things that you notice among your aunt's
okay,
stuff.
I will ponder that.
Okay. So given that Cody is currently away from his screen, as you're pondering that, you're presumably in your workshop or something, right?
Probably, yes.
Okay. You notice someone is hailing the ship.
Okay. Without even like looking over, she just like hit the screen. Yo, what?
And this is the part where I got the wrong page up. This is Moontracker hailing Nasari. Nasari, do you read?
Please hold. Open up the... Do we know who the fuck Moontracker is?
So what am I doing when this goes across the... Or is this to everybody or just to the ship?
This will be to everybody.
Do any of us know what the fuck Moontracker is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've just arrived on a roof trying to
Okay.
basic lock.
All right. Yeah, those are my people. What do they need?
I don't know. Should I patch them into you?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay.
That would be delightful. Yes, please.
Please hold.
As Corey,
beep.
as Jeremy begins role-playing the telephone operator.
Corey has become Lieutenant Uhura.
Yes. John, can we get Nichelle Nichols as a guest on our stream?
You make that happen, and I will make it work.
Yes.
So yeah, it comes back. So Moonraker, I am transferring you over.
Was that intentional, Jeremy?
That was intentional because when I started to do the transfer, I realized I could not remember. I just heard Moon something, so I just decided to call it Moonraker.
That's amazing.
That was equal parts Jeremy and Corey.
So is it Dyla or is it one of the other
It's
crew
Dyla.
members? Okay.
Yeah, I
I couldn't remember her accent, so I made a new one.
complete the circuit.
Hello, this is Moontracker. Still calling Nasari.
Dyla,
Ah, hey, boss.
what do you got?
So we got someone looking for your crew. We haven't mentioned that we know you, nothing like that. Don't worry. But any chance you're familiar with some kid named Dawes by any chance? And she's
Do I know that name?
you can make me this is essentially a memory roll, so make me a discipline roll, difficulty 2.
Okay.
Access the memory banks. Have they been fried?
One advantage. No failures, though.
Okay. The name sounds familiar. It doesn't ring any danger bells for you necessarily, but you're like, that's a name I have heard before. The context is not easy enough to place.
Rings a bell? Did you get a rough description of them? Species?
Yeah,
protobora?
she's here. Zabrak 20-somethings, got a few scars.
Let
Look
me
tough.
check records, and I'll pause that connection and be like, hey, does anybody know a Daz? Zabrak, mid-20s-ish, scarred. Did they give a gender?
Yeah,
I'll
she.
just.
She.
Yeah, I'll just. Yeah. Why? Why?
She's looking for us. And my people are who she's met so far. Do we trust this person?
Yeah.
Go back. Yeah, Dyla, no. Yeah, she's got some contact with a crew member here. We're on Corellia.
Okay, we're not too far off. Do you need us to drop her off with you, or
If you...
do you need to get back to me on that?
No, you can drop her off. We're in Corvell. Give us a call once you hit orbit, and we'll get you some more details.
Can do.
Excellent. I have to go break into a place now. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
That's when I just put my
Yeah,
boot on the
so
door.
rerun sort of in the middle of trying the lock again, just for a few minutes is occupied with that conversation.
Yeah, and then I'll put a quick call back to Praz. Yeah, they're going to be dropping her off. They'll call back once they're in orbit.
Okay. I just start putting on my armor.
Oh, great.
Who is Dawes? Praz?
You'll have to ask Praz.
As a reminder, Size, you guys are currently a little bit split up. Size at the bottom of the building, rerun and center on top of it.
Aries.
Fuck.
Who did you say this time? I didn't even catch it.
Sen.
Oh.
Sen, because that's also his name. That's also his username.
That doesn't explain why I'm sometimes Lux.
I mean, I feel like it's better when I call you Lux than when I call you, like, Selena or Talia.
That's
least
to be
like
fair.
that name.
Lux is more of my kind of character than Corey is real, so it is okay to default to that.
I am bad with names, including the names of fictional people in a universe that I am in charge of. So yeah. Rerun, make me that
Skullduggery check again.
skullduggery check with the boost die, but also with a setback die now for you've tried this already.
Yep. 2 success, 2 advantage. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
Okay.
God damn it, the setback die wasn't in there. Let me re-roll it. Son of a bitch. 1 success.
With 1 success, you get the stupid lock open.
And we are finally inside. Okay. And then he'll sort of just wheel his ass back a little bit. All right, it's open. Sen, go ahead.
Who?
Ares. I meant that was supposed to be Ares.
Right. I will lead the way in.
I've got an in-character excuse.
I have an in-character excuse. I am the entire universe. You expect me to keep track of all of the pathetic little tiny things?
That's fair. Also, yes.
That is also fair.
You guys
Okay.
expect me to do it on
So
Thursday.
you descend down. Do you stop at either of the other businesses that are above this? Both of them
I'm
seem
just-
to be closed and locked at this time.
No. I'm not. We're not here to burgle. We're here to acquire information. So
Okay.
if we were here to burgle, I would, but we're not.
Yep. Failing to burgle, you head down the stairs to the back of this sort of shop. Most of the out front is just the open to the air sort of
Stall.
I can't think of a better term than the food carts that get put into buildings.
Yeah.
Kiosk.
Yeah. Look, in Portland, we just have them in cars. It's a thing.
We have them in kiosks, but at malls, and nobody goes to fucking malls anymore. Most people don't go to malls.
They do, and the reason why was in the statement. But I digress.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a behind area that you descend into. It's got some, not currently active, obviously, food preparation equipment, freezer that you may or may not have turned off.
Looking for a computer setup.
Yeah, easy enough. There's a few new terminals in the back.
Run if you'll plug in here and see if we can't take down all the information we need. And I will repeat just for efficacy's sake, I will repeat the time frame that we're looking for, because from the time that I received the call to like a couple of hours after that.
Okay. Rerun.
All right.
Difficulty.
Computers.
Yep.
And you said difficulty 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. No success, but 4 advantages.
Okay. You know what? With 4 advantages, you managed to grab the footage as far as you can tell. You don't have the time to review it right now, but...
Okay. So it's just I just grab all recorded information, store it, delete it.
You basically have what they haven't cycled out yet, because obviously they write over this footage. They don't keep it forever.
Right.
And then he's going to look around the noodle shop and make a skullduggery check to see if he can identify anything easily accessible and of decent value.
Sure, make me a skullduggery roll.
Nice. Three successes, 1 threat.
The cash register is the obvious option. There are also, like, the kitchen equipment could probably resell for something if you had a way to transport it back.
Yeah, no, he's looking for easily transportable. How much is in the cash register?
Yeah, going by those 3 successes, there's about 4,000 credits all told.
He'll take 3,000.
Okay.
And the silverware.
They don't clean out their register at end of day. This is just what happens.
You're not wrong.
Let's get out of here, shall we?
But that also isn't very much money.
No. Back up to the roof, then back down.
Oh, are there any internal cameras?
Do you want to spend a destiny point for no?
I would love to, but we don't have any.
Okay, then yes. You grabbed those too because you just...
Right, I grabbed those, but now we're exiting, so the recording has started up again. He's going to see if he can fry those somehow. Is that a mechanics or what?
Make me a skullduggery roll, difficulty 2.
Okay. One success.
Yeah, you might have broken them, but they're all fried now. So
excellent.
Were you going to delete the footage?
Yes, he was going to delete the locally stored footage after he downloaded it.
Yeah, and he said download and delete.
Yeah.
All right. Yep.
So head back up, drop back down.
Okay.
Pick up a sniper rifle on the way back to the ship.
Assuming it's still there, and there aren't
you can find
still
it.
Imperials canvassing the area.
You notice a few There's no Imperials canvassing, but the area that you blew up has been roped off as, like, under investigation. There's a little symbol.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice indeed. I might keep this. Let's inspect it really quick and
This is what happens when I let a player design his own gun.
I mean, that's also what you would build if you were building a sniper rifle.
No, you're right. It's very similar to what I already had. I'm just joking.
Do I notice any particular markings or anything that might indicate, like, it was dumped, I assume, because there's not much to trace back, and so they weren't afraid of people finding it. But I want to see if there's anything just in case.
Okay, make me I'm gonna make this education for Ares. Why not?
All right.
Not warfare.
I mean, it's the same dice pool no matter what.
Warfare would also work, whichever you'd prefer. Difficulty 3.
They are both the same dice pool.
And Rerun can be offering a boost die to you if you want.
I will totally offer a boost die.
Sure.
And we picked up Siolo along the way. Sai's not just sitting on his ass back there.
I'd assume so.
One
Guys, where'd you go?
One
Guys.
advantage.
So, you guys both recognize this as sort of a standard layout. They're not cheap, obviously. These are pretty pricey guns just in general. But, yeah, like, even if you could trace it back to the seller that provides these specific ones, they wouldn't know that they'd sold it to anyone. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's nothing, like, officially licensed. It doesn't seem to be, like, Imperial standard or anything.
It is nice, though.
But it's the perfect, like, entry-level, untraceable, I just need to shoot somebody sniper rifle.
Yeah, as far as you guys can tell with one advantage, it's, like, it's not bad. It's definitely a nice, well-designed gun, but it's something that you shoot someone, then you dump it, and you don't have to worry about it coming back to bite you.
Right. It's the bought on the black market AK-47 of sniper rifles. There's a billion of them out there.
That would be
No, you don't
would
understand. I need it for hunting geese.
That would be that would be a Dragunov. It's a Dragunov.
Yeah, it's a Dragon.
There's no
Again,
chance
that I need for geese.
You need a sniper rifle, Dragunov. But we're not in a place where a Dragunov would necessarily be useful or required. You got a Dragunov. All right.
Okay.
That's a personal issue that I have with prop acquirers.
Anyway.
Fortunate thing about cosplay is we know what all the guns look like. They don't look like they would work, but they don't have to. Yeah.
In fact,
So,
Back to the ship.
Yep. You guys arrive back at the ship.
I will go put the sniper rifle.
I believe
in...
Sai and Praz were going to have a conversation once they were in the same physical place.
Oh, well, yeah, or I just would have calmed him, asking who this individual was.
She's my sister. Well, probably you don't seem the type that would watch. But Ares might have. She's a sport fighter on
Oh,
my planet.
interesting. Do you have any idea why she would be trying to find us? Does she need help?
No idea, but if she's over here, then if she's here, then it couldn't be sent by message, so it's important.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Right, rerun. Shall we go grab Corey and go over that footage?
Let's.
Okay.
And Rerun's gonna try and grab Rainbow along the way as well.
Easy enough.
we need to go over some security footage to look for information, and having another set of optical sensors might be helpful. If you're not busy, follow me.
There's nothing to do on this ship. You two always do everything.
Then
Yeah, I'm
let's
here.
watch some film.
So, gather round, all ye and sundry, and peruse the security footage.
Start scrubbing through.
We're having a drama class day, aren't we?
I'm a theater geek. Every day is a drama class day.
So yeah, Rerun will just take what he's downloaded to his memory banks and start playing it back from the beginning.
Okay.
And
Scrubbing
the first
through it,
bit of it, you
extra
probably
speed as needed.
okay. First bit of it, you probably speed through. Seems like people go in and out on rare occasion. You've got like several days. And in the foreground is obviously the noodle stand.
does it have a timestamp on the footage?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, then we know when to be up to.
Yeah, you managed to start essentially at the time that Ares estimates his last known contact. For the next few hours, nothing seems to really occur. There seems to be a slight disagreement at the noodle stand itself, but nothing notable. Well, but then you do see one individual enter. I have a description for this person. Older man, Zabrak, goes up. About 10, 15 minutes later, comes back down. And then a few hours after that, the teenager you saw before and now have the body of in your ship enters. You're not in an angle where if there was a sniper shot, you'd be able to see it, but that is but that person never comes back down. The next people to arrive are several days later, you guys.
Right. So then, the kid came in after she was dead, and might have just been one person that was hanging around afterwards. So why he was hanging around afterwards, I don't know. Can we get more detail out of this holo on that Zabrak?
Enhance.
That's not how enhancement
Zoom in.
works.
Okay, make me a difficulty 4 artistics check.
Is there an
Artistic?
artistic
Is not a
skill?
stat.
Right. Rerun's gonna try and at least isolate the Zabrak and try and get as clean a trim on it.
Crop it. It's just that this camera only gets a certain angle, and it's also
Right.
entirely blue because that's how Star Wars screens work.
Yep.
Is they capture in shades of blue.
You cannot turn a low resolution image into a high resolution.
You can't, though. People who are skilled drawers can occasionally
Yes.
make features clearer.
No, yes,
Yes.
I was just
You can
going
also-
off the bar.
You can also blow up what image you have and clean it up as best you can to get the noise
Yeah.
of the image out, so that you have a cleaner image to work from.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
But
you
you
can
get-
press the zoom button a few times.
Yeah.
You can.
It doesn't
Yep.
help with the resolution.
That's why I said, can we get any more detail, rather than saying enhance.
I mean, that's fair. I'm just saying Star Wars images, as traditionally shown,
Are not heavy
look
on the
pretty
detail.
goddamn low resolution to
They
me.
are.
Yep.
They are.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, that
Because the
was sort of
technology
ineffective when those
is
movies were
fairly fine
made,
and
but
exact
yes.
tape.
But as has
Um,
been previously stated in response to the 501st of the only clone troopers that survived in established canon, they're shitty and low res.
But anyway, so yeah, he
Also,
will.
in established canon, they aren't the only ones that survived. They're the only unit that
Yeah,
survived.
the only unit.
But yeah, he will clean it up and remove the noise as much as possible. But his systems aren't precisely
Geared
Two-
towards this.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
But he'll try.
You do have someone that might be able to help on your staff.
I'm assuming you're referring to Glass.
Yeah.
And he will go, yeah, if he can't make too much progress, he will definitely go find Glass and be like, hey, we have a recording of a person that we don't know who it is, and we'd like to try and see if there's any identifying features we might be able to glean out of this security footage.
I'll take a look at it. I don't think I'll be able to get much more, but I may be able to at least give you the image cleared up a bit.
While that's happening, I'm spray painting the sniper rifle in Artino's colors.
Okay. Are you gonna try and do any forensics on it first? Nope. Just
Nope.
gonna.
Apparently
spray
not.
paint. Okay.
We checked it
Alright.
over previously. We determined it was generic.
Rerun will actually. Because this is something that probably
You
will not
understand.
be affected by the spray paint.
Okay. Sure.
After he's dropped it off, he will go, and if he sees Ares,
Readying the spray
basically,
can.
right, yeah, right,
You saw see Ares shaking the spray can.
right.
Ares
Inside of a ship.
How full
That's
is the
gonna
power
smell.
cell on that weapon?
I will check and see how full the power cell is on this weapon.
Like, these are things that you can recharge pretty easily. This one seems to have been fired once or twice since its last charge.
2 shots.
Sounds about right.
We
I
think
mean,
this is the
if
gun.
we're working under the assumption that this is the gun that shot the Twi'lek.
Yeah. I mean, if it is the gun that shot the Twi'lek, it would make sense. Especially if it was dropped off nearby. Also, if I was sniping somebody from a roof, I'd probably just buy a generic weapon, use it once, and throw it away.
No residue, no markings, no serial numbers.
I assume we looked at that when we went over it previously.
You guys looked at that and you got one advantage, so
Yeah,
I gave you
so-
what you got.
So
No
nope,
worries.
not as far as I can tell.
All right. Well,
Do we want anyone else to take a look at it?
Sure. You think you can find something more?
Glass would probably be able to. Glass is very good at analyzation. What is this? I need to go reset my. Take it to Glass. I need to go reset my vocabulary settings.
So, not yet having sprayed it. Spray can still in hand, though. I want to walk to Glass.
Yep. Sure. Okay. She's sort of looking over some footage and seems to have a sketch pad out. Or a data pad that she is drawing on.
Yeah. Hello.
Wacom tablet.
Star Wars, where shoelaces and paper don't exist for some goddamn reason. Oh, hello. I'm sorry.
No problem. I was wondering if you could go over something real quick. And I say holding up the sniper
course.
rifle. See if there's any anything that your keen collectors are, I might be able to pick off of this.
Sure. She's like, well, it's sturdy make. It's not necessarily a collector type item. I imagine that unless there's something it's done, it goes for standard market rates. She'll sort of like look it over, take out this, disassemble it a little bit so she can look for serial numbers and other things. She's gonna make her roll. Oh. Well, I'd assumed that this model is manufactured And this is where I really should have written down the thing that I asked about before the session started.
Praz's home planet?
Ionia.
Yes.
Something
Ionia.
Like that.
Ionis.
Ionis.
Thank you. My best guess is it's manufactured at a facility on Ionis. They're pretty widely sold for this sort of standard sort of standard weapons. Seems fairly new, though obviously no serial numbers. She'll hand it back to you.
Thank you. And then I will walk to Powder while holding it and a spray can still.
Okay.
Still jiggling the spray can.
There's a few various chemical formulas and stuff up on Powder's boards, a few more things still in process, and 2 corpses on the table.
Powder,
Yes.
one question. I'll hold out the sniper rifle. Are there any biological samples you can pull off of this?
Powder will look and see if there's anything biological on the gun. Do I have to roll?
Okay. Yeah, roll me. Let's make this medicine difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3.
I mean, other than Ares having marked it with his scent, presumably at some point.
Nope. I'm
2
still.
successes,
right.
2
I'm
threat.
still in armor. I haven't touched it with my bear skin.
I don't have any bear skin.
Because
I should get some of that.
you need to wear
There
your
are no
mask
bears
when
on
you're spray
here yet.
painting.
Wookiee hunting is considered highly unethical.
2 successes, 2 threat.
But not illegal.
That entirely depends on whether or not you work for the Empire. If you work for the Empire, sure.
I mean, Wookiees aren't people to the Empire, so
Wookiees are absolutely people. They're just a people that is regularly enslaved.
Anyways.
Moving on. Star Wars canon is fun, folks. Yeah, with 2 successes and 2 threats on your medicine check, you take a few swabs. You don't necessarily know if you'll get anything, but like maybe there's some dry skin cells or something.
Okay.
Maybe
Probably
he,
swab.
You don't necessarily have anything to compare it to other than. Sorry. Jack.
Oh no, I was just saying, yeah, swab trigger guard, cheek plate,
Yeah.
foregrip, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know if you'll get anything. You don't necessarily have anything to compare it to.
Right.
But yeah, you try.
Yeah, Powder will take all of the samples and swab everything that could possibly have come in contact with
Yep.
I'm
with
also
organic.
Well, nothing definitive, but there's a shit ton of Jawa DNA all over this thing.
I'm also gonna look at the body with a hole in it, and sort of just eyeball a rough estimation of size and consistency, and I want to see if I can find like a very large space pig.
Well,
Oh my
Powder.
fucking god!
I can tell you that Powder would have on whatever board, whatever that they write down all of their stuff,
Mhm.
would have exact dimensions of the wound and everything.
Oh good.
Yeah.
Good. That's what I want.
That sort of.
Okay, so you want
And as
to
far as size and
Mythbusters at this?
consistency goes,
I want to see if I can create a wound with this
CSI
rifle
this son of a bitch.
and see if it matches the wound on the body.
Okay,
Hell
so you're
yeah.
gonna have to go find a space pig, or you just go into
Yeah,
the
I'll go
supermarket?
find a space pig.
gotta go find the first ugnut you can see.
Hey, you there! I've got a business opportunity for you.
I just shoot you right quick.
There
No.
are so many inappropriate jokes about stupid YouTubers with books.
No,
Oh,
no.
man.
I am
Yeah.
looking for a large creature whose body fat composition would serve as a suitable
Living tissue would be more
for-
accurate. Are you going to do that, or are you going for?
Yeah, no, I'll find a pig. I'll slaughter a
Okay.
pig for this. I don't care.
All right.
Hey, at least he isn't going to
Are
sigh,
you
you
just
know?
doing this in public, or are you going to take it back to the
No,
ship?
take it back to the ship.
Okay. All right. So, all of you hear the soft, but you're nearby. So, distinct discharge of a sniper gun, and there's a dead pig
Powder, I need
And
you to
you're
make some
in
measurements.
the sort of main area of the ship.
Powder will go and take measurements.
Praz will walk over
You just hear a.
because he heard gunshots.
So I guess here's the series of events. You hear a squealing pig. You hear, then you hear Ares going, "Powder, I need you to make some measurements."
On my way. Powder will come to you.
That just happened.
Yep.
The measurements match up reasonably well. This certainly could have been the gun.
Yeah, Powder will absolutely take all of the measurements, and then look at Ares and go, I enjoy the target practice. We should keep this a thought.
I take it down to the kitchen and start preparing. Start like cutting it apart and preparing for like making food later.
Oh my god, you're so Mandalorian. Okay,
Absolutely.
yeah.
But see, now Powder knows that you can just bring an animal on board and do target practice with it. And Powder has a gun they still need to learn how to use properly.
Good. Yeah. Powder has certainly learned that.
Yep. Whether that's a good thing to know or not, who knows?
Okay.
Dear fucking God. Yeah. Rerun is going to go around,
We're gonna have pork for dinner tonight. It's all right.
scan the ship, make a list of chores for Rainbow so she doesn't get bored, and wait to hear back from the moon tracker.
All right. Yeah.
And from glass.
And from glass, yes.
Sai, is there anything you wanted to do?
I don't think there's anything I can do other than just kind of help as needed. So
Sorry, I remember that last episode you had wanted to try and get a conversation with Corey once everyone was back on the ship. I don't know. Probably not.
well, yeah, it was kind of more pre. I think it's that probably has passed. So
Along with other things.
Free all of this stuff.
yeah,
That conversation was pre-dead relative.
Oh, post-dead relative, pre everything that has happened since.
Post-dead relative, pre-dead pig.
Oh, and if he's got any spare time, Rerun will be trying to brainstorm ideas for how we can get Alvad's stamp of approval.
Okay. You can roll me a computer's difficulty too,
Okay.
given you guys have discussed this a lot.
if
One
Sai has
success, 3 advantage.
an idea for that as well.
So given you don't necessarily have all of the information that Powder does, but 1 success and 3 advantages is enough for you to know that, like, Wind Court, it would be very much possible to remove the specific program that compels Powder to randomly get DNA from people.
Okay.
It would be deleting a subroutine. It wouldn't necessarily be, especially given that Powder didn't have quite conscious control of or memory of the subroutine, it wouldn't necessarily be a violation of Powder's sentience or separation itself, but that is exactly what Alvad asked for.
All right.
There's other possibilities, though you're not sure which are viable, given that this is something that Corey and Powder have worked on pretty secretly.
Okay.
I think Rerun is the only other one that actually knows like anything.
Yeah, Rerun knows more than Sai or Praz does, but he knows.
There's definitely
Less than-
aspects that you and Corey have talked about that he was not privy to.
Yeah,
He doesn't necessarily know what Corey has done or.
right.
So yeah, he'll go find Corey and talk to her about that, unless he runs into Siolo first.
That is up to you guys.
Does he
I mean,
run into
Corey's-
Siolo first?
Corey's not too hard to find. She's in in her lab working on something. She's just putting something together
Okay.
with headphones on.
All right, well
so she
here,
doesn't
let's do this.
hear so she doesn't hear the brutal gangland style execution of porcine individuals.
It's not gangland style. That would be a pistol to the back of the head.
I would like to introduce you to
This is a
thing
pistol from a
or
Bailey.
several hundred rounds from a Tommy gun fired out the passenger
too.
window of a
Okay.
vehicle.
From
Anyway.
This is a sniper rifle at close range.
So you probably
Jeremy,
found
high or
Corey.
low?
Hi.
All right, so we find Siolo first. Have you seen
right.
Corey? I need to talk to her about some of Powder's things.
I'm going to assume she's probably in her workshop. I had an idea for the powder issue
Huh?
with trying to trick. If we're still trying to trick the individual that's wanting that subroutine taken out.
What's the idea?
Well, a part of it is built upon the idea that I'm not 100% sure if this is even really possible, but if it is, I feel like it would work. I know Ares voiced the idea of kind of botching what Ares said, rebuilding, like building another, another powder. Could we not just make that much simpler and just have another head? And so when they run the diagnostics, it's just another. It's not a whole new powder. It's just a new head.
We temporarily disassemble Powder, put another droid sort of as the main processing and memory
Correct.
units, purge that one, and then put Powder back together again.
My thought was, where I got this idea was watching the few times I've seen Ares work on his arm, and he would take it off, work on it. It'd be like replacing a whole arm. I'm working under the assumptions droids have this capability. No, that's where the assumption is.
It's not inherently impossible. The economic and labor cost might be a little prohibitive, but I can definitely see what Corey thinks as well.
I just assumed that would be cheaper than the idea Ares proposed, which was a whole new powder.
Oh, it would definitely be cheaper than building an entirely new powder. Yes, yeah.
So
yeah.
just a thought. So, I believe Corey's in her workroom.
All right. Sound excellent. Yeah, I'll let her know.
All right. Okay. Corey and Rerun.
Yep.
So, we're back. I'm definitely not as good at burglary as I initially had hoped, but with a bit of practice, we'll see what happens. I did get to blow something up finally. Powder. Siolo had an idea where we put a fake replacement processing unit / head on the chassis and purge that, and then reassemble actual Powder, which seems a little... I mean, it's not the same as killing somebody and then bringing them back, but it's a little gauche, in my opinion. But possible option. Although there's the whole like, hey, we're literally lying to and trying to sidestep this. Or if she's willing, just deleting that sort of, hey, I have to take samples subroutine. What are your thoughts?
Is it doable? Yeah. Can we sell it? No.
You're talking about Siolo's idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is it doable? Yeah. Do I have any at all remote, a little, even a tiny, tiny little bit of confidence that we can
Off?
verbally sell this idea and make it believable? Did you see how our last one went?
I did. I was there. It was
not great.
I haven't seen fuck-ups like that since I was with the Republic military, to be quite honest.
It was real bad. It's real bad.
It was really bad.
Like, yeah.
Hang on a second. Did you just hear a pig get shot?
I don't know.
Powder, I need you to take measurements.
Oh my God! What's going on in this room?
So no.
Science! Science is happening.
Please tell me you shot the pig in the blood room.
No, just in the cargo.
Oh, okay.
The blood room does not have enough clearance for the distance.
No,
you want
I have to be up on the second floor, like aiming down through the elevator.
Yeah.
Anyway, what about
that was like dropping a grenade into that was like dropping one of the many grenades we have into the toilet and then sitting on it to take a shit.
Yep. After Ares has already taken a shit but forgotten to flush.
Yes.
What is it about Ares that makes that makes it specifically Ares on the call out thing? I'm not a Wookiee.
You're the one that just shot the pig. You're the one who's foremost in my mind right now.
I'm not an elephant or a Wookiee. What's going on?
What was the other plan?
So if we can isolate the subroutine that basically gives Powder the impulse to randomly, or maybe not randomly, anyway, just take biological samples from individuals who have neither requested nor consented, can we just isolate and delete that subroutine, and therefore we don't have any of his materials. We've eliminated the possibility that she's going to want to or try to do it again in the future, and yeah.
For Lux's benefit, that is when you were initially... Fuck.
I was trying to be nice and not bring it up, but then I saw the expression spreading over the group.
Okay. When Corey... Sorry. I'm bad today. When Corey and Powder were initially discussing it, the two things that Corey was like, I could do either of these, or delete the subroutine, or give Powder a little more control over the subroutine. Deleting the subroutine is the same version of deleting the subroutine in these two instances. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
The thing rerun just suggested is the same thing you suggested to Powder previously.
Correct. No, I understand that. I just don't remember. So, sorry, to clarify. Yes, it made sense. I just don't remember whether that was possible.
Wait, it was actually slightly easier than giving Powder control of the subroutine back then. Way back when you two were initially figuring it out. But yeah, it was very much possible.
Okay, important question that she's not necessarily going to verbalize. Would it then be possible to restore said subroutine later?
So, from your knowledge, which is different from what Powder rolled because You have
Right.
a
Yeah, it's like
different
I've asked
specialty.
this question.
But you two are coming at it from very different sets of information.
Yep.
It would be possible to either isolate it or remove, like, copy it over to somewhere else and then reinstall it. Both of those are more risky than flat out deleting it, though that risk wouldn't come about until you were restoring it.
Right.
Also, like, this is more from a sentience perspective. This is more like getting rid of someone's impulse to eat a lot of hamburgers than getting rid of their core personhood.
Oh no, absolutely. This is hypnotizing someone to cure their smoking addiction, which is as much bullshit as anything else.
Yeah,
in my mind.
it's not.
Get Out is a great
Let me
movie, but
rephrase.
that was stupid as fuck.
Let me rephrase. In Corey's mind. Yeah. So okay.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean, it's
just trying to
doable.
give you the
Yeah.
context. You're not deleting who Powder is fully.
Right.
It's doable. It's whether Powder wants it or not, but it's doable.
And I assume this is probably something we would need to do with either Alvad or his representative present.
I think as long as we were able to show evidence that here's the scan of before here's the isolated information showing this particular subroutine with this compulsion. Here is the same flash where a flash of the same data with subroutine gone would be acceptable as long as it was,
Or you could use the same truth detection thing you did previously. Either would work.
I don't want to do that.
No,
That
we
didn't
shit
go
the
well.
bed hard on that one.
Even
Yeah.
if we're 100% telling the truth, I don't want to do that.
Yes, no, that's why I think we should do the process with someone with an affiliation with the party of the second part present. Assuming Pounder agrees to it in the first place. I'll go ask her.
All right.
I'll go ask them.
I was like, them.
Them.
Like I said, Powder doesn't care about pronouns.
Yeah, but there's still pronouns. So yes, Rerun will go find Powder and float these ideas by them.
Yeah, Powder's still in the med bay, poring over data, figuring out what's going on.
Hello. We're back, as you know.
Yes.
Rerun, make me a reflexive knowledge underworld check.
Okay. I think I've got a little bit of that, maybe. Difficulty, standard difficulty, or?
Standard difficulty.
Okay. Oh, no, I don't have Underworld. I have Outer Rim. But still, 2 success, 1 advantage, or 1 threat.
Okay. With 2 successes, you recognize some of the compounds that Powder has on her chart. One of them you very notably recognize as a difficult to trace poison.
Looking at poisons, are we?
Is that what that is?
He'll point out that one. That's a toxin. Very, very good at murdering things. Also hard to backtrace.
Well, that does explain her. And Powder will motion at Theresa.
Teresa.
Yep.
No, yeah, if that was in her... Yeah. That would... Yes. No.
Yes.
You do not want that in your bilge pump. Bloodstream. That was supposed to be bloodstream.
Yes.
Had some ideas about the issue with Alvad, though. And I don't know if you've considered these options. But from what I understand, you've got this programming subroutine that gives you the impulse to sometimes take biological samples of people, whether or not they've asked for it. Or, anyway, whoever programmed you is kind of a dick, making somebody else do that. Anyway, but we could potentially delete that after isolating it with Alvad and or witnesses present to confirm that the process has been done. It will change your preferences in a minor way, but not necessarily contravene your base personality matrix. If that's something you'd be willing to do, I think Corey and I could definitely arrange to make sure that that was taken care of. I don't know if you're super attached to those impulses of jab this guy with a needle or cheek swab that person or collect stool samples from that thing, but you know.
Powder is not laughing. Cat is laughing.
Options that you may wish to consider.
Yes, I have made, I believe, a decision on that. We should speak with Corey.
Let's meet in her workshop when you're done then. Do you need any help?
Have I basically finished, like, getting every piece of
You've
information?
finished all of the tests you can do, and you have some results, though because of previous rolls, some of those results don't necessarily make tons of sense to you.
Right. So yeah, then I believe I have done all that I can at this time.
Excellent. Let's go talk to Corey then.
Yes. And we head over to Corey's workshop.
All right. At this time, those of you that are on the ship, you are hailed again.
I'll hit it. Hello?
This is Moontracker hailing Nasari. Nasari, do you read?
Yep.
Can you give them our docking location?
I was going to wait to see what they wanted first. What do you want?
We have arrived. Can you patch me through to R3RN?
Yep.
I guess.
I'll also pass along our location. Pass them along our location, and then over to rerun.
Dyla, talk to me.
Okay, so we're headed in. I got a little bit more on the situation. It sounds like this girl's trying to meet up with a sibling, brother apparently.
Yep, he's
has
on
some
board.
connection to your ship. Great. She doesn't seem like a bad sort, though definitely tough.
Did you get an eye on her kit?
Fists, gauntlets, and a light blaster.
Okay.
Though, judging from Kryn practiced with her a little bit, judging from that, she doesn't need much to strangle the life out of someone.
Good thing I don't have any respiratory capabilities then.
Yeah, that's probably useful. Okay.
We will wait for you to post up. I assume solo passenger, no contingent of friends with her.
Yeah, just her. We picked her up a ways back. Seems like she's been trying to track you, but it's not been easy. So that's generally
That's excellent news. Yes.
Yep.
Fantastic. We're starting to gather some intel here. I may have a decent contact for you. Someone with access to possibly some semi-lucrative contracts, although he is not at all trustworthy. So eyes wide open.
Have you ever set us up with any contracts that were trustworthy?
No, the trustworthy people don't pay good money.
App.
All right. I'll see you when you get here.
Yeah. And in about, like, 8 to 10 minutes because they were on the same city already. They've docked.
There's just the sound of spray paint in the background constantly.
Okay. And yeah, sorry. Back to the conversation that was being had with Corey and Powder and potentially Rerun.
Yep. Powder says she's made a decision.
Right. And
I have come to the conclusion that I would like if you could try to download the program so that it may be dissected in greater detail and then deleted from my system.
all right. Certainly try that.
I believe the downloading should happen here on the ship, but the deletion should happen in front of Alvad or his associate.
Okay.
That way there is no confusion that it has happened.
All righty.
There's a loud clunk as Rerun has already pulled the cables out.
We're talking specifically just about the subroutine in specific, right?
Yes,
Okay.
that was all that he had asked about
Mhm.
being deleted. So, yes.
Cool.
Basically, Powder wants to download the subroutine, make sure that they can, like, check and see what the subroutine is on a different system. Right.
Mhm.
So that we can
Yep.
we can do forensics on that shit.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because even if I don't get it back
So-
in my brain, at least I'll get some info out of it.
While you're working on that, everyone else, there's a knock at the door.
I will answer the door, spray can and sniper rifle in hand.
I'll be there too.
Alright. So there's two people at the front. One is a Trandoshan man, who I don't know if I have.
Skazet?
Yeah. Thank you.
Mhm.
One is a sort of bulkier Trandoshan man, and one's a well-muscled but fairly lean Zabraki woman.
Do I recognize this Trandoshan?
Make me a discipline roll.
I'm pretty certain it's not the Trandoshan that I killed who's the result of me having one arm. But just in case it is.
Well, if he's walking around, he's probably not the one that you killed.
It's Star Wars. People get killed and then come back all the time.
Star
He's
Wars.
not wrong.
It's not Marvel Comics, but it's nearly as bad.
What difficulty discipline?
Difficulty 2.
Can someone put the spelling of that race in chat for me?
Yeah, gotcha.
3 successes, 2
Because I would like to
fails.
look it up. Thank you.
All right.
You're both quick.
Here's a tip: if you put Star Wars next to a poorly spelled thing, and usually you'll be redirected to the wiki anyways.
It's true.
Ares, no, you don't recognize this particular guy.
Oh, it's
He's
like lizards.
definitely alive. He definitely has all of the body parts that you hacked off.
Just making sure.
And
Does he
aside from being the same species, they don't quite resemble each
Yeah.
other.
does he have any clan markings?
I'm throwing that to the person who created the character.
Skaz would be. Let me look up that document.
I can also show to all players the image. Someone is jumping around up top. You should all be able to see that now.
Can't.
Okay.
Sometimes the show to all players thing doesn't work.
Yeah.
He was, well, depending on Ares' knowledge of various Trandoshan clans, he might be able to recognize it as the Cold Arm clan.
Okay. Different clan then.
Okay, there. Now you should have it.
Yay. So there's a moment of like locking eyes with the Trandoshan, looking up and down, and then stepping aside.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. 2 head onto the ship. Praz, are you around?
Yeah, I was there at the door.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as the door opens and they're in, I'll say, so is everything all right? Do I recognize the Trandoshan?
No.
Okay. And who's this?
Merc. I got him to take me here.
Okay.
To look around at the assembled group. Do you have anywhere more private we can talk?
Yeah.
Since you're not wasting time on greetings.
Yep. And for Ares, Ares is the only other one in there, right?
And me.
And Sai. Yeah. They're the same height. It looks like they're fraternal twins.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They resemble each other pretty strongly, if I remember right.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll head to my room.
Go back to spraying the intricate Mandalorian patterns onto this rifle.
Spray paint cans, known for intricacy.
That's what you use cardboard for.
Yeah.
Yeah. You use
Stencils are a thing.
Yes. Yep. But yeah, head to my room.
Okay. So where do I even start? Sorry we didn't manage to meet up when you were in town a little while ago.
Yeah, I had a few things going on that were a little time sensitive.
Yeah.
So I couldn't stick around. I planned on visiting, but yeah, some stuff happened.
Yep. Sometimes we miss each other. Now, those time-sensitive things wouldn't have happened to lead to an Imperial takeover, would they?
They shouldn't have.
Sorry, that was luck somewhere.
Lux
not
on
your
the other
life,
side of
why
the
she did
universe gets a
that.
premonition of needing to make that comment.
Sin off to one side. You stopped drinking. What happened?
I don't know. I think that somebody made an inclination.
Okay.
They shouldn't have, but the Empire was involved. Why? What's happened? Do I need to not come home for a while?
I mean, look, it's bad and weird, and I don't exactly know how it happened. I don't think anyone really does. But I just need... I hate to do this. I know you're busy building up your cred and stuff, but I probably need to drag you back to... Not necessarily to Ionis, but to Eridonia. I know whatever happened wasn't your fault. Whatever, you probably weren't even involved, but...
You tell me and I'll tell you.
Okay, there's no way you were involved in this. Apparently, we were involved in, like, essentially capturing a war criminal and some sort of bounty office thing. Some guy who was doing, like, inhumane experiments or something. And so we had him, and we were going to make a handoff, and then apparently a rebel cell broke him out of jail, and got him away from the planet. The Empire obviously found him again, but they accused a few of the people in government, and our family to a lesser extent, though that's mostly gone away for weird reasons, of essentially aiding and abetting the guy.
Yeah, no, I haven't had any war criminal bounties in a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was right around the time you were back there, so now we've got a more official... I don't really understand the treaty stuff. I just know occasionally I have to talk to holo commentators about it because they're like, oh, hey, you're from that place.
Oh, they're having you do press shit?
Yeah.
You hate that.
Yeah. I hate that. I have to do it a few times a year or I get kicked from the league.
But yeah, no, I wasn't involved in that.
Okay. Yeah. Still, like I said, it's mostly pretense, but we kind of need manpower representation. And if we're investigating your role in that, that's an excuse to get you back. That doesn't look like we're just arming up.
Okay. Yeah, if the clan needs me back home or on Iridonia, I'll go where I'm needed.
Okay.
These guys understand.
Right. Well, I'm probably leaving with these ones. The same mercs. They're able to get in and out.
They wouldn't be
Which
good
Damn
mercs if
right they
couldn't.
are.
But take your time. It sounds like they may want to... They know your crew or something, I guess?
Yeah, Rerun, I'm pretty sure, is their captain.
Oh. Cool. Great. Yeah, talk to you later, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, and
It's been a weird...
I'll leave the room. Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to tell me the stories on the way back.
All right, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll just go. I'll go back to. If she leaves, is she leaving the ship or is she staying on for a while?
She's probably headed to like one of the common rooms or something.
Okay.
She's fairly confident in making herself comfortable. This is her brother's ship.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll let her know where the kitchen is, which is probably, and where things are. But yeah. And then I'll head out to, I'll ping the comm and be like, location for everybody? We all in one space or we spread out like normal?
What do you think?
I am 3 feet
Your
to your
choice.
left, spray painting a gun.
Raz gets
I say
executive authority
over the
here.
comm.
Yeah, and I look in the door and I say, okay.
I'm nearby. What do you need?
Just need a quick chat with everybody.
Okay, on my way.
Do you mind paint fumes?
Is this like a real person chat, or can we do this way?
Come down to the workshop. We're all in the workshop.
Yeah.
That's
there in a
also
second.
an option.
I will mount up the sniper rifle to dry from what I've been doing, and
Yeah.
head down to the
Okay.
workshop.
So
Swipe
you
cut.
all end up at the workshop. Yay!
Yay!
Powder is hooked up to lines and stuff.
Yep.
Corey is
Blip,
doing.
blip, 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 blip.
No, I think it's that. Hold on.
What's going on, Price?
So I'm gonna have to go. I look around. This isn't the same floor as the kitchen, right? Or is it? Or is
It is.
It is.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is.
I will
Mhm.
shut the door behind me. I'll make sure it's shut. Because I don't want my sister to hear. And I'll turn to Rira and I was like, you remember that shit that I told you about that happened with Sen and Lux?
Yeah, with the prison breakout and you guys acid bathed this shit.
Well, the thing before that, when we went to go look for that guy, we found him. The Empire wanted him.
So Sen and Lux immediately were like, well, this guy's getting loose.
Yeah, it was kind of my idea too. But
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
Well done.
What
We
was
didn't
his
want
name?
you, as much as we like, well, as much as they like the rebellion, obviously, and I'm fairly partial to it too. We didn't want you to have him either. So, but from what I've been told, I guess the Empire got him anyways.
Ouch.
Yeah. So
Lux is like, God damn it! I give you everything you needed.
I literally gave you all my
gave
money.
but
Pocket change in a cyanide capsule.
Okay, that was a lot more than pocket change. First of all,
But anyways, that kind of put my home planet in a shitstorm, and they've been basically having to kiss Empire ass for the last few months.
Jesus.
But my name specifically got brought up into an investigation, so I need to go elsewhere from the ship and the rest of the crew. So
Do you need us to come help?
I
Or
think
is that going to be more?
I imagine that
Trouble.
would probably be problematic.
yeah,
You will be missed.
Thanks, Powder.
Bye,
Yeah,
Powder.
no, I assume if I show up with a ship matching a vague description but not acid pockmarked as the same ship that assaulted a supposed to be secret prison.
There's at least
Yes.
going to be some eyebrows raised.
There's going to be a big. I might as well just run in with flags saying, "Hey, guess who did
Yeah.
it?"
And according to your sister, it's more like you're headed back to Iridonia under this pretense of maybe
Yeah.
you were involved, so that they can have more muscle there.
Yeah, yeah. They're pulling me back under the pretense of an investigation, but yeah, I don't think it's anything that you guys can particularly help with right now.
Okay. And do we need to follow up on what's his name that you guys busted out, or is he like pretty much?
I think that it's been a while that the chances of us finding him again, now that he's in Imperial hands, is nil.
It's very
What,
unlikely.
what did he do that the Empire wanted him for?
He was a tech developer. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
So massive super weapons
Yeah, they're-
kind of thing.
yeah. They're gonna
No.
have him sequestered.
Not as far as I know.
He's probably
I-
hidden at this point.
again,
Mhm.
somewhere Lux is like, For fuck's sake, Dorian, I gave you cyanide. If you needed balls to take it, I could have lent you mine.
Yeah.
And Darius is just like, do you have anything stronger?
The Force.
So you'll be leaving the ship with us?
I will. Yeah. The ship is going to be staying with you guys.
You're goddamn right it is.
Well, Corey,
I'm aware, Corey, that was not a question. That was the intent as soon as I gathered everybody here. Well, I met you guys here.
I think you need to, like, calm down on whatever thing you're tripping off of right now.
I think you need to shut the hell up.
Now, you're being really aggressive right now. You're at like an 11. We need you at like a 7.
It's a very strange scale. Is what arithmetic? That's not logarithmic. That's.
I think it's a volume reference.
Oh.
Prize, I hate to see you leave.
Yeah, it's
You do what you need to do.
Stay in touch. Call us if you need anything.
We'll come help at a moment's notice.
If you need avenues, your sister obviously knows how to get in touch with Moontracker. They can be a good go-between.
Yeah, I'll definitely be keeping tabs.
Okay, good.
If I can, but I'll let you guys. I'll definitely.
How soon
keep
do you
in
have
touch.
to?
I assume
Sooner
right
probably
away.
the better. So I'll probably be
Okay.
leaving tonight.
Yep.
How are you fixed for cash?
I think he has more
I can
money than
make
the
it
rest
there.
of us
I can make it there, no problem.
combined.
All right.
Probably. Still. How are you guys for cash? I can make it back.
Very poorly, actually.
We're
I've
a little
got-
low.
Just over $4,000.
Now, Prez, I do have a very serious question for you.
You cannot have my disruptor rifle.
God damn it! You're not gonna take an illegal weapon back to your home planet when it's under Imperial investigation.
Yeah, I am.
No, his sister is.
I would like to. Hello, Aries. I would like to introduce you to Prats because clearly you do not know this person.
You know how
Press-
long it took me to get one of those? Not
Is
long.
there-
I killed the dude.
Not very long at all. No.
Is there anything that you would like for us to keep in case things do go badly and we can keep them safe for you? Is there anything else in that vein?
I think what he wants is for us to keep the Nasari in good repair so that if he needs an airlift, we're ready to go.
I assume Corey's going to do that whether we want that or not. So
Why would you not want that?
No,
I
if you could,
believe.
just immediately crash the ship. Say fuck it, and just live in the boonies.
I'll
on
do my
Corellia
best.
Somewhere.
I'll do my best. Crash landed
no.
on the Nashida or something.
The problem is, I believe you when you say that.
So I am gonna pull off just out of one of the pouches. I'm gonna pull out my last thermal detonator and I'm gonna give it to Rerun.
If droids could tear up.
They can.
No
I
drop
was
of
a-
oil.
Yeah, drop of oil.
This is the last. This is the last one I got.
Don't worry. I'll give it to someone very special.
Yeah, if you could make it
Rectally.
If I don't know. If you could get video of the explosion, I'll know. But
But
if I just
still.
yeah. But
Aries,
yeah,
can
no,
I
I
borrow
don't
that spray-
have
Sorry,
anything
what was that, Jack?
really on the ship.
Aries, can I borrow that spray can?
Hand it over.
He starts modifying the nozzle so that he can do very fine lines with this thing and starts spray painting a little message in Arabic on it.
Sorry, all my stuff just minimized. Yeah, no, I don't have anything on the ship really personal. I tried to.
To Chenguska, best wishes, love and kisses, rerun.
XOXOXO.
X. No, it's
Uh,
X_X.
You're right.
Just
we
watch your own backs. Make sure you guys.
I need
don't
somebody
get-
with lungs to blow on this so it dries off faster.
I'll take it. And
Of course. Whatever you need. And if something comes
And,
up, don't hesitate to call.
Yeah, if I'm able to get away, I'll see if I can track you guys down again when hopefully this shitstorm blows over, or if I got something fun you guys can do
Oh,
that
if you hear
I'm
some-
not technically allowed to
If you
do.
hear about something fun, I desperately hope we're the first people you call.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sai just walks up and puts his hand out to shake Praz's hand. And just says,
Yeah.
It was great to get to know you. Good luck on
Yeah.
your future adventures."
Same to you guys. Short time, but learn how to use your blaster.
We'll see you again.
Powder will look at Praz and say, "I am sorry that we did not get to shoot together."
Yeah, I know. You got that gun and everything.
Yes.
Consolation prize, Ares. I will let you keep the turret, the heavy repeating turret blaster that we have.
It's sort of mounted to the floor right now. It's hard to take with you.
Yeah, but I could.
Do you need any grenades for the road?
We
You know
have
what?
a lot. We have a surplus.
I'm aware. We did buy a bunch. I will. Do we have a satchel laying around?
I'm sure we can find one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. I will fill a satchel.
Okay, how many grenades is that? Because you guys have to keep track of these.
I will say 15.
Hang on. How many
Grenades.
grenades did we buy initially? Because I've completely forgotten.
400.
400.
I'm just going to mark it on the Nasari's character sheet. The amount
Yeah,
of
it was like
grenades in
400.
storage.
I know Powder has
I
one.
have 3 on me, plus the
Yeah,
15.
Powder
in the
and
satchel.
Rerun both have a few, I think.
I have
Powder has
2
one.
currently.
Powder has one. Yeah,
Cargo
Sai has
hold.
2.
this can. Yeah.
Weapons.
No, I'll
Quantity
take 10. I don't wanna be
400.
greedy.
Info frag grenades. Quantity. How many did you take?
10.
390. 389 because one of them has been used. Okay.
I was gonna say, I think one's been used.
Yep. It is marked in the cargo hold.
Nice. All right. So,
I'm not leaving yet. We can.
Yeah.
I can help out with whatever needs
Alright.
doing.
Rerun, are you gonna check in with your staff while they're here?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, so he will having gotten Powder set up for the download at least, he will leave that to Corey and trundle his way over to the moon tracker. Skaz, let's walk back.
Right.
How have things been?
Fine. Got a little weird when we got that contract to help the girl out, but Zyla wanted to come, but because she wasn't telling us, or because we didn't know the details of Dawes' situation, we felt like a little extra muscle was a good idea.
Yep. Solid plan. Tactical acumen, sweet as always. So, have you guys been getting my messages with the job updates. I haven't found much, but I've been trying to forward everything that I could.
Yeah, we've got them. We've taken a few. There have been a few more that didn't end up panning out. Diala's got the specifics because she handles that sort of thing when you're gone.
Definitely. How's Geb's drinking problem?
It's still a problem.
Okay.
It's not a problem. He's got it figured out.
Crin's still keeping you guys patched up?
Mm-hmm.
How's he set for supplies?
He's good. She actually paid a fair bit for us to stick around and be open to taking her back.
Good.
And about at this point, you guys arrive at the ship.
Okay.
Dyla will answer the door. Hey, boss.
How's everything this side of the cockpit?
Well, and she'll be sure the front door is shut. So, we've been good. We've just finished a rather lucrative contract to hope that wasn't any trouble.
Nope.
Seemed like she was on the up and up.
She seems to be.
Yeah. So we're taking her back to
Ionis, isn't it?
Is Ionis Praz's world or the Iridonia?
That's Brazos.
Oh,
Iridonia is
We're
that
taking
back
her
home.
back to Iridonia.
okay.
And potentially another passenger, according to what she said.
Yes.
But
He's good in a fight. Reasonable behind a turret if you need him. And he's not going to shy away from hazardous situations, just in case you guys run into any glitches on the way.
good to know. Though what I did want to tell you is we picked her up off of Ionis, which is one of Iridonia's colonies.
Mm-hmm.
Things have gotten pretty weird there. Like, I've never seen a place under Imperial control quite like that. Like, obviously the Empire's there. They've got their flags up, whatever. But usually you've got a whole bunch of thugs with boots and masks asking to see credentials if something's going on. You've got, the hallmarks.
Right.
Not a soldier on the streets. It's weird. I don't even know how it ended up that way, and I couldn't get anyone to talk to me about it.
Okay, so it's under Imperial control, but there's no visible Imperial presence, is what you're saying?
There's definitely Imperial presence. Imperial diplomats, people with flags up, but there are no officers around. No stormtroopers, no commanders, none of that.
So they're literally not even remotely armed for resistance at all. They're just... The bureaucracy moved in, but they didn't bring any muscle with them?
As far as I can tell, though, given the way the people talk, I get the sense that there's something else going on. Some sort of shadow... Like I said, it's weird.
So if the muscle's there, it's not visible. Okay.
It's not
Okay.
visible. It's not standard. Look, like, we've looked over the playbooks. Everyone who runs jobs in Imperial places
Right.
knows basic. Not on the playbook. This is the Empire acting out of character, which is weird because it's the Empire and their character is awful.
But it's at least generally fairly textbook, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Just flagging that in case it's something important to you, or in case you ever end up running any jobs there.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
That's entirely subversive and very worrying.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we'll definitely keep our eyes open.
Okay. The only thing that I could get anyone to tell me is apparently the admiral in charge is someone, Torres. I don't know if you've ever heard of her, but
Oh, that name does ring a bell. I'll ask. That does sound familiar, though. Taurus. Good notes, then. I appreciate the intel. Do you have any contracts lined up after you drop these two off, or do you need me to keep
if you've got
a
anything
sensor
else,
out for you?
cool. We can also try and get something else into the same area. We're going to be making a run past Iridonia. That's along a few decent routes.
True.
I'll keep an eye out, but if you know anyone here that might be interested.
Will do. And I was telling Skaz I might have if that contact pans out, I'll let you know. The man's name is Hondo Anaka.
Oh, wow, boss. You're dealing with some important guys now. Huh.
Yeah. But
Jeez.
important people sometimes have big projects that need extra hands. So I'll see if I can't
Okay.
finagle that into something profitable. He seems like the kind of individual who'd be happy to make you a profitable offer and then do something that means you never get paid, but still.
Yeah. Okay, we're working with pirates. Got it.
Oh, we're working with decent business people who are interested in economic prosperity across the galaxy.
Uh-huh.
Pirates,
Sure.
yeah, pirates.
Okay. We've been keeping an eye out, but nothing else on the one you're looking for. Anything like that.
I'll let
Any
you know
other
if we get
updates you have for us? Merchant orders?
Not at this point yet. Keep those two Zabreki safe, and then keep yourself safe as well.
Can do.
All right. We'll be in touch.
All right. So, back at the ship. Rerun gets back at some point. Is there anything else people want to do?
Yeah, Praz is gonna go find Sai after everybody's dispersed and done their own thing again, and pull him aside. And so you need something that you can hide in those robes, right? That's not. I think you do. And he pulls out from his hip his truncheon, which is basically, think of like a
It's a billy club.
well, yeah, but his is handmade. It's basically the femur of something that's been basically the joint has been chromed. So and
Baller.
yeah.
It's like the scariest fucking shillelagh you've ever seen.
Yeah. This is pretty good up close. It's helped me a few times, and it should be pretty easy to hide for you. Get a few good whacks, and it'll upset the other guy. It'll make him. It's good for knocking people around, making them dizzy. But Ares already has his axe, and Corey's not much of a club swinger, I guess.
Corey's not much of a club goer.
Yeah, but I think you could use this. Don't lose it. I made this. I would like it back eventually, but I want to go find something bigger and make another one.
Now you have a good reason to complete what you need to on your homeworld and come find us again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sai takes it and kind of feels it, and then immediately gets giddy and starts trying to find places in his poofy robes where he can like stash this thing.
Okay.
Fuck yes.
He just gave a child a very large stick.
Yeah. That is
what
what
this amounted to.
Yep. Okay.
But
So-
yeah, once I'm done with that, I'll offer my final farewells and then go hang out with my sister a little bit before we leave the ship.
Okay. All right. So unless there's any last things, I think that is where we're gonna end for the night.
All right. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.